Have you heard the one about humans only using 10% of their brains? It's a popular idea. This myth has been around for decades, and it's often repeated in movies, books, and even by some educators. The idea is that if we could somehow unlock the other 90%, we would have superhuman abilities. Imagine being able to remember everything, learn new skills instantly, or even have telepathic powers. It sounds amazing, right? But is there any truth to it? People say it all the time, like it's a fact. You might have heard it from a friend, a teacher, or even on a popular TV show. It's one of those things that seems to make sense at first glance. After all, the brain is incredibly complex, and we don't fully understand how it works. So, it's easy to believe that we're only using a small part of it. But just because something is widely believed doesn't make it true.
But it's not true. It's a myth. Modern neuroscience has shown that we use virtually every part of our brain, and most of the brain is active almost all the time. Brain imaging technology like MRI and PET scans allows scientists to see which parts of the brain are active during different tasks. These scans show that even simple activities like talking or reading involve multiple areas of the brain working together. The truth is, we use all of our brains. Different parts of the brain are responsible for different functions such as movement, sensation, memory, and emotion. Even when we're resting or sleeping, our brains are still active, performing vital functions that keep us alive and healthy. For example, the brainstem controls basic life functions like breathing and heart rate, while the cerebral cortex is involved in higher-level functions like thinking and decision-making. Every part has a job to do. Scientists have proven this. Research has shown that damage to even a small part of the brain can have significant effects on a person's abilities and behavior. This is why brain injuries can be so devastating. Each part of the brain is specialized for certain tasks, and they all work together to create the complex experience of being human. In this essay, we will explore the amazing power of the human brain. We will look at how different parts of the brain work together to perform everyday tasks, and how advances in neuroscience are helping us understand the brain better than ever before. We will also debunk some of the most common myths about the brain, including the 10% myth. We will use science to show why the 10% myth is wrong. By examining the latest research and hearing from experts in the field, we will see that the human brain is far more powerful and complex than the myth suggests. We will also explore some of the real ways we can improve our brain function, such as through learning, exercise, and healthy living. Get ready for an incredible journey inside your own head. We will take you on a tour of the brain, showing you how it works and what makes it so amazing. From the neurons that transmit signals to the different regions that control various functions, you will gain a new appreciation for the most complex organ in your body. So let's dive in and discover the truth about the human brain. The human brain is incredibly complex. It contains billions of nerve cells called neurons. These neurons communicate with each other through trillions of connections. Imagine a network larger than the internet, operating inside your skull. This complex organ is responsible for everything you do. It controls your movements, thoughts, emotions, and memories. Your brain is what makes you, you. And the best part? You use all of it. Neurons are the building blocks of your brain. These tiny yet incredibly complex cells are responsible for everything you think, feel, and do. Without them, the brain would be nothing more than a lump of tissue. Neurons are the true heroes of the brain, tirelessly working to keep you functioning. They send and receive electrical and chemical signals. These signals are the language of the brain, allowing neurons to communicate with each other and with other parts of the body. This communication is essential for every action, thought, and emotion you experience. Each neuron has a cell body, dendrites, and an axon. The cell body contains the nucleus and is the control center of the neuron. Dendrites are like the branches of a tree, reaching out to receive signals from other neurons. The axon is a long, slender projection that transmits signals away from the cell body to other neurons or muscles. Dendrites receive signals, and axons send them. Imagine a relay race where the baton represents the signal. The dendrites are like the runners waiting to receive the baton, and the axon is the runner carrying it to the next participant. A signal travels down a neuron like a runner carrying a baton. This journey is incredibly fast, with signals traveling at speeds of up to 120 meters per second. It's a race against time, ensuring that your brain can process information quickly and efficiently. When it reaches the end, it passes the baton to the next runner, another neuron. This handoff occurs at a specialized junction called a synapse. Here, the signal is converted from an electrical impulse to a chemical message, allowing it to cross the gap between neurons. This incredible process happens billions of times every second in your brain. It's a symphony of activity, with neurons constantly sending and receiving signals. This relentless communication is what allows you to think, move, and experience the world around you. It's how you think, feel, and experience the world. Every thought, every emotion, every sensation is the result of neurons working together in perfect harmony. They are the spark plugs of thought, igniting the engine of your mind and driving your every action. Scientists use amazing technology to study the brain. One of these technologies is called fMRI. fMRI stands for Functional Magnetic Resonance Imaging. fMRI lets scientists see which parts of the brain are active during different tasks. For example, if you're reading this essay, the fMRI will show activity in the areas responsible for language processing and vision. These scans show that even simple tasks use many different parts of the brain. The 10% myth simply doesn't hold up. Section 5. Energy hog, your brain's appetite. Your brain is a hungry organ. It's always on the lookout for energy to keep you functioning at your best. Although it only makes up about 2% of your body weight, it's a powerhouse of activity. It uses about 20% of your daily energy. That's a significant chunk of your energy budget. That's a lot of power for such a small organ. Imagine a tiny engine that drives a massive machine. Why does the brain need so much energy? The answer lies in its constant activity. It's constantly working, even when you're sleeping. It's managing your breathing, keeping your heart beating, and regulating your body temperature. And when you're awake, it's processing information, solving problems, and dreaming up new ideas. If the 10% myth were true, our brains wouldn't need so much energy. This myth suggests we only use a small fraction of our brain's capacity. But in reality, almost every part of the brain has a known function, and it's always active, consuming energy. Evolution would have gotten rid of the unused parts long ago. Our brains have evolved to be efficient and effective, using energy to support complex functions. To keep your brain in top shape, it's important to fuel it with the right nutrients. A balanced diet rich in vitamins and minerals supports brain health. Regular physical activity also boosts brain function by increasing blood flow and oxygen to the brain. And don't forget the power of rest and relaxation. Activities like meditation and deep breathing can help recharge your brain. Engaging in hobbies and learning new skills can also stimulate your brain, keeping it active and healthy. Social interactions are another key to brain health. Connecting with others can improve mood and cognitive function. Challenge your brain with puzzles and games to keep it sharp. Mental exercises can enhance memory and problem-solving skills. Reading and lifelong learning are essential for maintaining brain health. They stimulate different areas of the brain and promote cognitive resilience. Finally, ensure you get enough sleep. During sleep, your brain repairs itself and consolidates memories, preparing you for the next day. A well-rested brain is more efficient and ready to tackle challenges. So, take care of your brain and it will take care of you. Remember, your brain is your most valuable asset. Keep it nourished, active, and rested for a lifetime of peak performance. Section 6. The myth's origins. Lost in translation. So, where did this 10% myth come from? No one knows for sure.
Some people think it came from early brain studies. Scientists were just starting to understand the brain. They may have seen inactive areas and misinterpreted their function.
Others think the myth came from motivational speakers. They may have used it to encourage people to reach their full potential. Whatever the origin, we know it's not true. Don't let this myth limit your thinking. Section 7. Learning, rewiring your brain. Every time you learn something new, you change your brain. It's like creating new pathways in a forest. The more you use those pathways, the stronger they become. This is called neuroplasticity. Learning can be anything from reading a book to playing a musical instrument. It can even be as simple as trying something new. The more you challenge your brain, the stronger and more adaptable it becomes. Section 8. Fueling the fire, nutrition and exercise. Just like a car needs fuel, your brain needs the right nutrients to function at its best.
A healthy diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and omega-3 fatty acids can boost brain power.
Exercise is also crucial for a healthy brain. It increases blood flow, which delivers oxygen and nutrients to your brain cells.
Taking care of your physical health is essential for unlocking your brain's full potential. Section 9. Beyond the 10%, unlocking your potential. Don't limit yourself by believing in the 10% myth. You are capable of amazing things. Your brain has the potential to learn, grow, and adapt throughout your life. Believe in yourself and your ability to achieve your goals. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Remember, you use all of your brain, and it's more powerful than you can imagine. Section 10. Think critically, question everything. The 10% myth is just one example of misinformation that exists in the world. It's important to be critical thinkers and question what we hear. Don't believe everything you read on the internet or hear from others. Do your research, consult reliable sources, and form your own conclusions. Critical thinking is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Section 11. Conclusion. The universe in your head. The human brain is a marvel of nature. It's more complex than any computer and capable of incredible feats. Don't underestimate its power by believing in the 10% myth. Embrace your brain's full potential. Never stop learning, growing, and exploring the vast universe inside your head.